All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm your brother, Mr. LJ, coming to you with another lesson here. And I'm going to title this one, They Know He's Coming. So I was browsing through the news, the headlines as usual, looking what's going on in this wicked world. And, being a watchman, for the sheeps, I saw this news article. Now, this wasn't the first time I've seen this the news report on this particular topic. This is from the Fox News Network, and it's titled "Pentagon Whistleblower Warns of UFO Intelligence Failure," and this is from Tucker Carlson's show. Last summer, the Pentagon actually released some reports. It was a basic report where the Space Force general came out and said, "Hey, look, we're seeing some aerial phenomenon that's going on, but right now this has been happening so often, especially in 2020 and 2021 so far, that they actually are going to release boatloads of report on what they have to the public coming in June." And one of the thing is that before I get started here, I'm going to show you this video of what they're saying. One of the things that comes to mind is you have a COVID pandemic that's going on right now. You have a chopped up economy. You've got the threat from the Medes or the Medes, the Persians. You got the threat from Russia, Iran. You've got the threat from China. You've got the U.S. forces moving out of Afghanistan, so that place is going to implode on itself. You've got mass starvation going around in these countries. You've got tsunamis, floods, and a whole lot of things that's going on right now on this earth, and it's being and because of the mismanagement of the wicked Edomite, we are controlled by kids essentially. So right now I'm going to play this and do the commentary as the video plays on.
We spent some time reporting on this story. We should have spent a lot more time, because this could be the most consequential thing to happen to this country, to this world, maybe ever. In June, the United States government is set to release a public report on everything it knows about UFOs. Lou Elizondo is the former head of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. He's been on the show a number of times. He just spoke to the New York Post about what that report will show. According to Elizondo, we will find an intelligence failure on the part of the U.S. intel community on the level of 9/11.
The last time we had an intelligence failure of this country, a major one, which was 9/11, it took us almost 3 years to come up with the 9/11 Commission report. Okay, it takes a long time. Let's just go down the rabbit hole here for a second. Let's just assume this is some sort of adversarial or foreign technology that several decades now has managed to leapfrog us and evade all 18.
Now, one thing you have to understand with Esau is that Esau does not want to admit that this is the angelic power, Yahawashi Chariots, coming to put judgment on this earth. They don't want to admit that the man known as Jesus, who is Yahawashi, is returning in his glorified form with the angelic forces to come over and invade basically this earth army and take over and establish a heavenly kingdom. So they're coming up with some, that there's this mysterious, as they always do, they go away from the truth, that there's some mysterious nation that has leapfrogged ahead of them by decades in technology. Okay, and videos after videos of that show that these objects can move to 700 miles in a matter of like less than half a second. So where does Russia have that? Why would Russia? Think about it. Common sense will tell you, why would Russia or China accept sanctions from the military from the United States? Now, when you think about it, does it make sense that if China or Russia has have that type of technology, that they would be taking sanctions from the U.S. lying down? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, So let's continue.
Members of the intelligence community, despite our best human intelligence, signals intelligence, imagery intelligence, yada, 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 right? That would be an intelligence failure that would eclipse just about anything else this country has ever faced, especially if this has occurred for decades, that there's a foreign adversary that can put a nuclear warhead within moments over Washington, D.C. Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. And too few have considered it from that perspective. Nick Pope is a former Ministry of Defense official from the UK and perfectly positioned to answer the obvious question, which is, why didn't we see this coming? He joins us now. Nick, thanks so much for coming on.
You didn't see it coming because Yahawashi Chariots blinded you. Okay, you people are wicked and glorify yourself as being God, as being like the Most High yourself. I mean, right now you got the GMO foods. You're trying to put brain chip in people's head. You have the microchip that's going to be inserted on the people's hands real soon. Okay, you've got this fake pandemic that's going on, having these fools run around to get injected with venom, to try to carry on back, to get back into that wicked life that they were used to. And worse and most grievous about this at all is these Israelites that are going around, the so-called AKA the so-called African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans that are going to get that fang inside, that fang venom inside of them, trying to go back to normal. What is normal? Shut down, no job, unemployed, broke? I mean, seriously? Makes no sense, okay?
I thought Lou made a very solid point, and I'm embarrassed I hadn't thought of it before, which is this is, among other things, whatever these objects are, a potentially very grave threat to nation states. So where was the intelligence community in warning about this and learning more about it? Where were they?
Well, that has to be answered, absolutely. I mean, we are under siege. It's like there's a war of nerves going on. And if this was drones belonging to a foreign adversary, there would be an absolute outcry. And yet, the situation we're in, that we don't know what these things are, and they might even be extraterrestrial, that's worse. So I agree with Luis Elizondo on this. This is a potential catastrophic failure of intelligence. And if it happened because skeptical bureaucrats were just saying to themselves, it can't be, therefore it isn't, then there must be a reckoning.
So you say, and that is such a great point and nicely put, but you described it as a siege. Give our viewers who don't follow this topic closely a sense of the magnitude of data coming in about these encounters.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely extraordinary. And every day it seems like new information drops, things that the public and the media weren't told. So, for example, former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe just threw into the conversation the other day the fact that the satellite imagery of all this and some of the speeds being reported seem to blow the theory about foreign drones out of the water. We must be told what's going on here, and we should think of this upcoming report to...
Okay, they're going to reveal to the public, okay, and I'm going to bring the precepts in here, the scriptures that's going to describe exactly what is happening, okay, which is the reason why you understand in Revelations where it says about mankind failing for things to come upon the earth, okay, and this is going to be what this wicked queendom is going to use is actually used. They're not going to tell the truth. They're going to spin it as if it's an alien invasion that's imminent, and use that as an additional fear, okay, to control the masses. All right. So people are going to go, I knew it was true. I knew it was true. Okay.
The Congress as an intelligence assessment of the phenomenon itself, and one that's long overdue.
There are a lot of these. This is not like, some drunk guy in a rural road in northern New Hampshire saw something weird. I mean, this is the U.S. military regularly, very often recording these objects.
Yes, absolutely. It's pilots, it's radar operators, it's satellite data, it's measurement and signature intelligence. There's such a lot of information now, so much that the U.S. Navy...
Well, it's because the regular Joe, is pointing the camera to the sky and actually seeing this. Okay, many of us in this truth have actually seen this. I saw the first time I was seeing a chariot and the one I saw was flying over my house. Is actually, well, not when I say over my house, it isn't like right over my resident, but it was flying really high. I thought it was actually a second moon. This thing was so big and it was very cloudy. I don't know what made me look up that night, but this was in 2018. Okay, I did not go public and tell anyone this simply because of what my job was at that time. It just wasn't something I was gonna go do. All right, but I saw it, and right away I knew that this was revealed to me from Yahawashi Yahawashi. Okay, and what I saw had to been miles long. Okay.
Navy has instructions for its pilots on what to do if they encounter these things. Now, I think as we go into May, in the run-up to this report going to Congress, there's going to be a lot of things going on behind the scenes, a lot of politicking, jockeying for position, factions trying to kind of have their say on this. I anticipate more leaks of information, photos, videos, documents. There's a lot more to come here.
Nick Pope has been on this for so long. I appreciate your steadfast commitment to answering obvious questions. What is this? Thank you. Good to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News.
So as you see there, that's what's going on there right now, is that, they becoming becoming very fearful. And this was something that you see when you go back to the all of the prophets. What do they talk about? They constantly have the posters, on the street that shows what the chariots of Yahawashi Chariots come in. The chariots of Yahawashi come in to take down this wicked kingdom and to take down all these kingdoms, military. Okay, and even Yahawashi doesn't know that day of when he actually is going to be told that he execute that judgment on this earth. Okay, so right now he's standing by waiting to deliver that execution, and the fear of these people right now is starting to grow because right now what's going on? The prophets and teachers and elders are teaching more and more and more the destruction of this place, and each one of these things are manifesting. Materializing in real life. Okay, I put these precepts up here. This is from a previous video I had done on this here, so you can be reading these ones here. And I put piece together here. This is a video on the left. These animation from different scenes that I saw in video games and movies that just kind of illustrate what's going on. So you can see, what Revelations 19 and 11 says. I saw heaven open. I beheld, follow him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So this is the armies of heaven coming, and they know that. And this is that fear that's growing on right now because America, who has always been reigning supreme as the baddest military on earth, is now going to be challenged. Okay, they're now going against what they call in drones that can outmaneuver their fancy Tomcats, their F-15, their Raptors, their stealth bombers, actually disable their nuclear capability. And this is one of the reasons when you look at the fact that the Medes will come up against Babylon and overtake it, it's because Babylon is not going to be able to defend itself. Okay, this country depends heavily on artificial intelligence and high technology that is going to be disabled by one of these chariot drones that are coming and just basically playing games with them, letting them know that we're here. They haven't actually even seen the real chariots of Yahawashi yet. What happens when Yahawashi actually shows up? And that's why you see men are going to be failing, are going to be dying of heart attack. These people are going to be literally shitting themselves. Okay, they can't believe what they're actually going to see, and that day is coming. Okay, and we, as a Hebrew Israelites, that has been, prophesying this and looking for a way out of this, hope as being part of the hopefully elect to get beamed up on those chariots and look down on the judgment of this wicked kingdom. This is great news to us. I'm hoping the other brothers out there, or I'm hoping the elders them would pick up this news feed and move on with this. Present it to the sheeps in a different way that I've presented it. We're all messengers. Okay, we're all servants of Yahawashi. We all have different ways of how we would present things like that. This is my way of edifying the sheeps. But tune in. You've seen it more times than a lot of times on the different channels. Okay, so with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. We're going to thank our Savior, Yahawashi, for coming to destroy this wicked kingdom. We're going to stay in this truth. We're going to continue to spread this gospel and never relent and give up no matter what, even unto death. For this wicked kingdom to go down, it's our time to rule next and to get our share of the kingdom to prosper and put these wicked Edomites in slavery and bondage, which is where exactly they should be. All right. And with that, I'd like to say Shalom. DTA, Abal Babal.